This crowd can barely contain their excitement.
After a tough race, our competitors like to wash away that stank with spice. Need to smell good? Spice things up a little.
They're really getting fired up out there. Don't worry, race fans. The wait is almost over.
Hey, Mr. E, I'm curious. Aren't we supposed to wear Daraka on set? You're always in that suit.
Trust me, Shran. I'm wearing one of Daraka's products. You could say I'm very intimate with that brand.
Do you remember the racers from 5 seasons ago? When you were going through that lizard man phase?
Boy, they were ugly.
They sure knew how to scamper, though. Today's race is brought to you by Mind Water. Mind Water. Is your mind hydrated?
Who's ready for Sprint Vector?
Ugh, what is in this cup?
You mean the refreshing and delicious ravine we're contractually obligated to drink each race?
Yeah, I meant, what is this and where can I get more?
Before we added in those power balls, this game was a lot different.
If by different you mean boring.
Now, thanks to all our new power-ups, even our last place racer has a chance to blow the competition away.
It's been some time since our last broadcast, and I don't know if my instant gratification saturated attention span can handle it.
I'm right there with you, Princess. Let's get this show on the road. Even though they have not paid for this advertising slot, we're happy to be partnered with Shran Jewelry. For the woman with expensive tastes, there's always Shran. The crowd sure is excited for the race to begin. Listen to that roar. You've been bouncing in that seat all day, Princess. Feeling restless?
Nope. I just started my day with a healthy bowl of Space Rocks. It's the breakfast of choice for our Sprint Vector champions.
Ooh, hold up. I don't think we're legally allowed to use healthy and space rocks in the same sentence anymore. Who's ready for Sprint Vector? The live broadcast of Sprint Vector is available only on SMKDN, the #1 intergalactic sports and news network, and the only network with satellites powerful enough to take over every other network. Suck it, Corperium Intergalactica Broadcasting! Who's derivative now, huh?
Feeling amped, Mr. E! Let's get this race rolling! Let's get out there and do this dang thing! Woo!
Wow, Shran, finally getting into the game?
Not at all, but I just chugged a can of Sidekick, and now everything is vibrating.
One of our fabulous locations this year is Kepris, out in the Duat system.
Duat? I thought those guys hated the Corperium.
Oh, they do! And we're really sticking it to them by racing on one of their dumb worlds. Sprint Vector is sponsored in part by Vex, makers of high-end vector blades and the only blades worn by our abductees. Contestants.
Just a reminder that if you see a big drop-off at the side of the course, you should probably avoid it.
The fall to your doom is never encouraged, folks.
Keep that violence up on the course where the cameras can see it.
Hachi-machi! Listen to that crowd. They're ready for racing.
Between the construction crews and the missile barrages, we sure do blow up a lot of stuff out there.
Not to worry, Sprint Vector forces all the host worlds to sign up for Hammerhead Insurance. The only insurance company that lets us take out a policy on someone without their knowledge or consent. Refresh refreshments here at the Vector Arena are provided by Ravine. I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to taste like, but I can't stop drinking it all the same. This is it, folks! The moment you've all been waiting for. If you hear a lot of noise coming from the course, that's just Piston. Or as he's known on the Outer Rim, Captain Speed Freak.
What is up with that hair, though?
Whatever you do, don't ask him about it. He gets real riled up over that stupid do.
I forgot to mention it. My fashion line, Shran by Shran, will be releasing a set of jewelry inspired by this season's Sprint Vector competitors.
That's great, honey. We're all very proud you've managed to upsell that shiny trash across the galaxy.
You know you're replaceable, right?
Just listen to that crowd. They're hungry for this one.
Hey, Mr. E, how exactly does that double jump work?
Simple, Princess. Using Vex's patented Vector Blade technology, we're able to store kinetic energy built up mid-race and then project it out from...
You know what? I don't care, as long as it works. Wardrobe for Sprint Vector is provided by Daraka. When you need to look good on the track, or just want to be comfy and trick people into thinking you work out, Daraka is the #1 choice for athleisure.
These mud bars are disgusting. But if I eat one every 16 hours, I'm always full.
Wait, do you even need to eat?
Not anymore, thanks to mud bars.
So, Mr. E, you still driving around in that old Ducant Azul?
Indeed I am, Shran. 18 galactic cycles and still kicking. How's that age-old Model S holding up?
Well, I'm on my 5th one. But Daddy says if they can't get it out of the singularity, he'll buy me another.
They're really getting fired up out there. Don't worry, race fans. The wait is almost over. Sprint Sprint Vector communicates exclusively using the EMIG 5-dimensional communications platform. Need your message there yesterday? Now it can be with EMIG. We've got a great crop of contestants this year, Shran. Who are you rooting for?
The Traps. It sure is nice to have a first-person broadcast available this season with the Daxscape camera.
And thanks to our partnership with the Dimensional Crossover Network, those Daxscape broadcasts are available in alternate realities.
You mean somewhere out there in an alternate dimension, someone is sitting at their computer watching this very game? Awesome. Today's race is brought to you by Mindwater. Mindwater, is your mind hydrated?
Having trouble out there, racers? Remember, brush up on your skills with the tutorials, right there in your menu.
Only an idiot thinks they can win with just basic running and jumping.
That's right, Shran. They might know the basics, but to take the lead, they'll want to try the advanced courses. Who wants to see the show? Sprint Vector is made possible by mud bars. Feeling hungry? Nothing beats the taste of mud. We'll be headed to the industrial food production planet of Allgood this year. Home of the super healthy baby food co.
A whole planet just to make baby food? That seems...
Extremely efficient. I'm amazed we don't have more planets dedicated to a single purpose. I know when the pressure is on, I always rely on Andu to keep me smelling fresh.
What are you talking about? You don't have any pores.
And I smell great, thanks to Andu. Ready to race. This crowd can barely contain their excitement.
Sprint Vector Vector is proudly sponsored by Sidekick, the most extreme energy drink on the market. Kick it up a notch with Sidekick. Look at how hopeful those contestants are. It's like they actually think they can win.
Well, it's not like Sprint Vector isn't a fair game. Anyone could win. Hypothetically.
Up here sure is great thanks to these Prestos.
They're the best headphones out there. And I'm not just saying that because they're paying us.
So they're check cleared?
These mud bars are disgusting. But if I eat one every 16 hours, I'm always full.
Wait, do you even need to eat?
Not anymore, thanks to mud bars. We're back on another wonderful season of Sprint Vector. We've got quite a show in store for you.
This year we're visiting 3 new planets. The sunken shipyards of Kepris, the food manufacturing plant of Allgood, and the frozen ruins of Asgard Beta.
Sounds thrilling. Whoever picks these courses sure is a clever, handsome, and I'm sure insanely popular fella. If you're watching Sprint Vector at home, make sure you listen on Presto's headphones. Now with 4D sound, so you can feel the impact just as much as you hear it. The excitement is building. We're just moments away from the main event, race fans.
During races, you can smash through power balls to get power-ups that augment your Vector clubs. When you get a power-up, double tap the T button to use it. This area is a playground where you can test various power-ups on yourself. Go ahead and try out all the power-ups. When you'd like to leave, skate over to the exit behind you. The lag mine will create an area that slows down anyone inside it. Don't worry, you can't be slowed down by your own mines in a race. The compressor mine is a high-gravity field that makes turning difficult and does incremental damage to anyone inside its radius. Place compressor mines next to hazards or big drops to create deadly traps to punish your opponent. During races, you can smash through power balls to get power-ups that augment your vector clubs. When you get a power-up, double tap the T button to use it. This area is a playground where you can test various power-ups on yourself. Go ahead and try out all the power-ups. When you'd like to leave, skate over to the exit behind you. The impulse shot will fire a projectile that grows larger the further it travels. On impact, it will explode, knocking back all racers. Use it to disrupt opposing racers, or fire it at your feet and ride the blast wave. The crash missile disables the locomotion of a racer. If you can hit someone with one, they won't be able to skate, jump, or fly until it wears off. The Hornet Barrage fires off 3 missiles that will lock on and chase opponents down. Each successful hit makes it more difficult for a racer to build and maintain speed for a short duration. Chrono Shift will warp you to the last checkpoint that the closest racer in front of you has reached. Use it to catch up to the rest of the pack when you're really far behind. Overdrive will remove the limits on your speed. Double tap the T button to activate, and then start skating with all your might. Nitro will boost you to extreme speeds. Double tap to activate, then hold the T button to boost your speed. While Nitro is active, you don't need to keep sprinting. Use it to take a break without losing speed. If you want to play around more later, you can come back here anytime to try out all of the different power-ups.
After a tough race, our competitors like to wash away that stank with spice. Need to smell good? Spice things up a little. Sprint Factor is brought to you by Maguma. If you're a cool teen with an edgy outdoor lifestyle, or just an adult still living in the past or your parents' house, Maguma is the skate, surf, and fashion stop to meet all of your needs.
We have a lot of races back-to-back sometimes, and our contestants sure do work up a sweat. That's why we partnered with Andule Body Spray. Now our races smell as fresh as new dew. Dew and chemicals. Bouncing in that seat all day, Princess. Feeling restless?
Nope. I just started my day with a healthy...
Most of our racers have assembled. The show is starting soon.
Is paid for in part by the Corperian Mobile Infantry. If you're looking for a life of adventure, thrills, and danger like you see here on Sprint Vector, but wish there were more guns involved, join up and serve the Corperium today.
Ready for Sprint Vector! I'm getting the signal that it's almost go time, and I, for one, couldn't be more excited.
The 10-second light is flashing. It's almost go time.
Here we go!
There are teams, huh? For you, I mean. You guys can sit this one out if you want. Won't make a difference.
You know, it's unusual for contestants to reach this checkpoint with so few injuries.
My thoughts exactly. That's some real athleticism.
Or at least, ooh, tough break.
Clear out.
Hit the checkpoint. Soaring across the course. Every season on Sprint Vector, we bring you the best the galaxy has to offer.
Why don't we see more returning contestants then?
Sprint Vector changes you a lot. Oh, brave embodiment. about those tutorials available, I feel much better about all those traps and deadly drops on the courses.
What about the racers who skipped the tutorial? There, folks. Here comes the last leg.
Get a grip! It's a grip stream! Okay! And in goes the checkpoint.
They hit the checkpoint.
Boom shakalaka! Slow and steady didn't win this race. It's over! And we still have 8 racers.
That's a pretty rare occurrence, Mr. Entertainment.
Before we release the contestants from their mandatory living containment village, we make sure they enjoy a hearty breakfast of Space Rocks. Space Rocks, the #1 sugar-coated cereal for kids and or athletes. I think it's time we took a moment to thank our troops. You know, none of this would be possible if not for the guys and gals in the Corperium Noble Infantry.
Aw, that's awfully patriotic.
Get ready to marvel at my abilities.
Alright, I want a good, dirty race. Lots of shoving, biting, mine-throwing, tripping. Anything goes. Don't blink, folks. This'll be over before you know it. Here's a helpful tip about our new traps. Don't let them hit ya.
Don't listen to him, racers. Why let a deadly trap stop you from doing you? Racing sure can be hard, Mr. E. What can I do to get better at it?
Well, Shran, I am glad you asked. Right now, we have our resident champion coach teaching all his winning moves in our tutorial courses.
You're latched onto that grip stream like a...
Like a spoiled brat to Daddy's credit card?
Watch it. You're really doing it!
There's the checkpoint!
That's the check.
Here's the home stretch!
hit the checkpoint.
Before we added in those power balls, this game was a lot different.
If by different, you mean boring.
Now, thanks to all our new power-ups, even our last place racer has a chance to blow the competition away. They've crossed the finish. We have a winner. That was a pretty good race, eh, Shran? Shran? Oh, she appears to have left the booth.
Right, it was a great race. Also, very cool. You have all the best ideas that I've heard around this town.
Sprint Vector is sponsored by A-Jolt. Looking for a ride with style? Tired of driving around in your grandpa's secondhand Ducant? A-Jolt, spacecrafts for this generation.
Sprint Vector is a fact.
When our racers need a boost, they reach for grit, packed with protein and that gritty texture, so you know it's probably healthy for you. Just don't think about the taste.
They're really getting fired up out there. Don't worry, race fans. The wait is almost over. The racers are ready to go, and in not too long, we'll be starting the match.
Only 10 seconds away from all the action.
Here we go!
Speed is the only thing that matters.
Alright, let's get this over with!
You're gonna need a bigger boost.
Just a reminder that if you see a big drop-off at the side of the course, you should probably avoid it.
The fall to your doom is never encouraged, folks.
Keep that violence up on the course where the cameras can see it. They've hit the checkpoint.
And they've hit top speed! Oh my, they're going off the beaten path! You know, it's unusual for contestants to reach this checkpoint with so few injuries.
My thoughts exactly. That's some real athleticism.
Or at least some real luck. They're really pouring it on! stop. Just don't lose your grip. Now then.
It's almost over, Mr. Entertainment. Hey, Mr. E, do you remember when we had that giant radioactive gerbil racer?
How could I forget? He kept doing these small arm movements, barely going up or down at all, and he never got anywhere.
What a buffoon. Everyone knows a real racer has big, even strides to build and maintain speed.
Victory! Somebody call the safety control drones! These contestants are on fire!
I wish, Mr. E. I really do.
Even in defeat.
Transportation for Sprint Vector is provided by Ducant Motors, the galaxy's oldest and most reliable motor company, no matter how many times they file for bankruptcy.
As long as we get the ratings.
Ugh,
How do you-
what's in this cup?
How do you
The
float?
refreshing and delicious Ralphine we're contractually obligated to drink each race.
Yeah, I meant, what is...
Them some nice racing weapons. Hope nothing happens to them.
Bang! They're all like stops. It's your own effort. Crank that control fly.
I lose more and more contestants that way.
Sometimes we let fans send in their suggestions for courses. Any traps, twists, and threats you can imagine, Fran?
Nothing as sadistic as the ideas submitted by the psychos that watch this show. I guess streams really do come true, or something.
And
Oh, they're skipping right past the tricky part! No fear!
ding, checkpoint. Wowza, the Bowser! It's a move! Bounce! Checkpoint!
You know, Mr. E, I started my day with a mic.
And now we know what not to do.
They're grappling the grip stream. Finally, our contestants have managed to reach the last section.
There's the checkpoint. in their prime, and so close to the finish. Another one bites the dust. I think it's time we took a moment to thank our troops. You know, none of this would be possible if not for the guys and gals in the Corperian Noble Infantry.
Aw, that's awfully patriotic of you, Mr. E.
No, seriously, they conquered all these planets so we could land the construction crews.
Cool! Now they're just hanging off a dream thingy.
What a race, folks! It's all over now. Remember, racers, don't flail too much when the morph warp opens.
You do not want to touch the edges, or you might end up with your feet where your hands should be.
Let's race, please.
You bark louder now that we see you have no fight.
Sprint Vector is made possible thanks to Hammerhead Insurance. You've got nice things at home, don't you? Be a shame if something happened to them.
I ain't saying nothing.
Good game, guys. GG, GG.
Our competitors today are drinking wine.
Too bad there aren't teams, huh? For you, Penny.
Look at them go!
I wish I didn't have to, but I'm contractually obligated to actually pay attention to the races this season. That looks like a risky path, but it is faster.
The crowd does love this season's new arena tracks, and they aren't alone.
I'd love them more with a few contestants caught in them.
Looks like they found the shortcut. It takes a lot to win at Sprint Vector. Just look at our resident champion, Coach.
That guy was amazing. He won 2 consecutive seasons. Who even wants to enter this game twice?
Well, he did lose most of his body in the first season, so it only makes sense he'd race again to wish for a new one. Keep pumping those legs! It's the 11th hour! Hold on tight! We've entered the grip speed! They've hit the checkpoint! There's a water win! Clap it up for our contestants, folks! Well, folks, the next race will be starting in just a few moments.
I hope they're able to catch their